Hello children, welcome back. So, today we are going to start again, or we are going to continue with what we had done the other day. So, the other day we had started a class on the chapter Abstract and Concrete Nouns, correct? Now, today we were supposed to do the exercises of the chapter, right? But before we start, children, we need to quickly recapitulate what we had learned the other day. So let's quickly recapitulate what we had learned the other day. So what is it? See, abstract and concrete nouns. You already know that nouns are naming words and nouns can be common and proper. See, nouns are naming words and nouns can be common nouns and or proper nouns. Yes, you know that already. Very well. In fact, now let's learn this. See, let's learn. Nouns can be names of people, places, animals or things. I repeat, nouns can be names of people, places, animals or things. These are nouns that can be seen physically. Something that we can see with our own eyes. We can see, we can touch, we can hear, we can smell, we can understand. Alright? So these are called concrete nouns. So any nouns that can be seen physically are called concrete nouns. Correct. Example would be policeman, theater, kangaroo, bench and other things like chalk, duster, everything that you can touch, isn't it? Right. So next is abstract nouns. See, nouns can also refer to relationships, qualities, ideas, theories, feelings, states of being, etc. Such nouns are called abstract nouns. What are they called? They are called abstract nouns. See, nouns can also refer to relationships. What is the meaning of relationships, children? Tell me that. Relationship that you share with your mother, with your brother, with your father, with your friends and everyone else. Alright? That can also be a noun at one point of time. Alright, next is qualities. Some kind of qualities that you possess, some kind of good things that you have, like bravery, someone who's brave. Alright, then other things like kindness, generosity, honesty. These things are qualities and they are called abstract nouns. Next are ideas. There are many ideas, many theories that people come up with. In science we read about many theories, about many new things, new inventions, new discoveries, isn't it? So those are ideas and theories and they are abstract nouns. Alright, next is feelings. Any kind of feeling that you have, feeling sad, feeling happy, sadness, happiness, tiredness, emptiness. Most of the times you feel empty. When you are having a fight with your friend, you feel empty, you feel lonely. So that is emptiness. That is a feeling. That is an abstract noun. States of being, sleeping, standing. All these things are states of being. States of being means the way you are at one point of time. Alright. So that is a state of being and that is also called an abstract noun. Now, such nouns are called abstract nouns. What are they called? They are called abstract nouns. Alright, so let's quickly read this in a better way. See this. Abstract nouns cannot be seen, touched, heard, smelt or tasted. Alright, abstract nouns cannot be seen, touched, heard, smelt or tasted. Like food. For example, food. Food can be seen, can be touched, can be smelt, can be felt, can be eaten, can be tasted. So that is an abstract noun, isn't it? So abstract noun cannot be seen. That is concrete noun. It was my mistake. So I'll repeat it once again. Like food, like suppose any sweets. If you see, suppose chocolates. Many of you like chocolates, many of you like ice creams, many of you like cold drinks. So what can you do? You can see them, you can touch them, you can smell them, and you can also taste them. So they are concrete nouns. They are not abstract noun. It was my mistake. Like I was thinking about something else, so I had told that. It's my mistake. I'm sorry for that. But yes, anything that we can see, touch, hear, smell, taste are called concrete nouns, and which we cannot see, touch, hear, smell and taste, those are called abstract noun. Is it clear? Like I'll show you. See example: happiness, bravery, beauty, pain, luck. These all cannot be seen, touched, heard, smelt or tasted. So they are abstract nouns. I repeat: happiness, bravery. Happiness can only be felt. The happiness that you feel inside you can be shown by your smile, but the other person who's seeing your smile won't be able to feel the exact happiness that you are feeling inside. So this is an abstract noun. Bravery again is the same thing. Bravery, when you are brave, you do some certain things to show that you're brave, but you cannot show your bravery to everyone like that. Beauty again, it can be felt. We can feel the beauty of a person, but we cannot see that. We feel when you see a person who's done a lot of makeup and dressed up and all, we tell them, oh, you're looking beautiful, right? They definitely do look beautiful, but they look like that. Can we see the inner beauty of that person, the way they actually are? The beauty, the actual beauty of a person does not literally mean what a person looks like. Instead, it is the inner beauty, the quality of the person, all right, the qualities of the person which makes the person beautiful from inside. That is what beauty is, and therefore it is an abstract noun. Pain, any kind of pain that you're feeling, you can only feel the pain. No one else can feel the pain. You'll cry, the person will cry with you. Your mothers will cry with you. They will feel, but they cannot exactly feel the same thing that you are feeling. Like suppose if I fall down today, then I would be in pain. You will be seeing me in pain. You'll be feeling that yes, I am having some kind of pain, but will you be able to feel the same pain that I am feeling? No, never. So luck is again another thing. Good luck, bad luck, all these things are just felt. They cannot be seen. So they are abstract nouns. Next, noun forms of adjectives. Children, what is an adjective? Adjective is a describing word. Describing word means when we describe a noun, when we talk about a noun, we are talking about adjectives like she is a good girl. So the word good is an adjective because we are describing the girl, how the girl is. Verb, you know what is a verb, right? Verbs are doing words, correct. So any work that you do is called a verb. So noun forms of adjectives or verbs are usually abstract nouns. Example: brave becomes bravery, silent becomes silence. See, this thing that we can see here, this part is needed for us to complete the exercise that we are going to do today. So this is important. Just see this. These can sometimes be made. So the changes. So abstract nouns can be formed by adding ITYNESSENCETION at the end of the word, which is an adjective or a verb. We can only add certain things to it at the end, and then we can make it the abstract noun form. See, rare becomes rarity. Rare means something which you cannot find easily. Alright, so rare becomes rarity, happy becomes happiness, different becomes difference, collect becomes collection. This way we are going to continue with the chapter. We are going to understand this better when we do the exercise. So let's not waste any time and let's quickly move to the exercise. Alright children, so today we start with the exercises of the abstract and concrete nouns. So we have to write whether the underlined word in the sentences is a concrete or an abstract noun. Alright, so are we ready? Let's start. So children, before we start with this, we need to know what is a dentist called, an abstract noun or a concrete noun. So children, dentist can be seen, correct? So we can write it as Concrete nouns. Correct. Just because we can see a dentist and we can touch a dentist, we have to write it is a concrete noun. Is it okay with you? Are you clear with this? I hope you are clear with this because I've already explained the whole thing to you. Again, I'm saying abstract noun is something which we can only feel and concrete noun is something which we can see and touch. Alright, now moving to the next. So, honesty is the best policy. So, what is honesty, children? Honesty is something which we can only feel. Honest means someone who is truthful. We can only see that. We can only feel that the person is being honest with us. So, that is something which is an abstract noun. Correct. So this would be an abstract noun because only we can feel this and this cannot be seen or touched. We can only feel the honesty of a person. Alright, are we clear with this? Alright, now since you know, we'll be moving to the next one. What is the next one? The kittens look very cute. So children, first tell me what is the meaning of the word kitten. The meaning of the word kitten is the baby. It is kittens are the babies or the childs of what? Of cats. Correct. So kittens, we can see kittens. Can we see kittens? Can we touch kittens? Of course we can. So what can this be, children? Will this be an abstract noun or a concrete noun? Which one? Abstract noun or concrete? Correct. This would be a concrete noun. Alright, now we would be moving to the next one. So, what is it? We wished him luck for his cricket match. For what did we wish him luck? For cricket match. So, whenever you have exams, you wish your friends good luck, best of luck. So, what is this luck? Can you see this luck? Can you see good luck? Can you see bad luck? No, we cannot. We can only see the actions related to it. So, the word luck would be an abstract noun, isn't it? We can only feel the action of the luck. So, that is an abstract noun. Moving to the next one. Sita visited her uncle last week. So, children, you all have uncles, right? Yes, you all have. So, uncles can be seen. Can you see them physically? Yes, you can. So, what are we going to write? Abstract noun. No, that is not correct. Uncles can be seen, they cannot be felt. So, we need to write it as a concrete noun. Understood? So, now I guess you've understood why we had written concrete nouns out here, because we can see our uncles and touch them also. But we can hear from them also. But we cannot feel them. So yes, we can feel after touching them, but that is different. So that is concrete noun. The next one is Tenali came up with a great idea. So as you know, children, idea is an abstract noun. So there's no other question. We'll just write down abstract noun. Now the next one. We have a lot of hope for the future. Hope again is something which we can feel. So that would be an abstract noun. No doubt in that. Alright, undoubtedly it is an abstract noun. Moving to the next one. The people were happy to see the shop. So yes, after the lockdown, you people will be happy to see the shops open. So anyway, people, can you see people on the road? Not really, not now, but can you see them? Yes, you can see people. So they are concrete nouns. Correct. Now, the next one is, you will be tired if you do not get enough sleep. Children, let's see this picture. Let's see this page from the book itself, and let's see what is written in concrete nouns and abstract nouns. So in concrete noun it's written nouns can be names of people, places, animals or thing. These are nouns that can be seen physically. Can you see the sleeping physically? No, you cannot. So they can be concrete nouns. Yes, you have a question that is sleep is a verb. Correct. But here we are talking about sleep, which is something very important. If you do not do that, you will be tired. So that is an abstract noun. Now the next one and the last one for today. Everyone appreciated his wisdom. Wisdom means intelligence, and that would be something that we cannot see. We can only feel. So that would be an abstract noun. Correct? Did you understand the whole thing? children, I hope you have understood the whole thing, because this wasn't very difficult. This was very easy. So we have come to an end of this chapter. So children, I hope you've understood the chapter well, because these are not very difficult. So let's move on to the page from the book and see something. So here children, let us recapitulate once again. We had read today that anything that we can see, touch, hear and smell is a concrete noun, and something which we cannot see, touch, hear and only feel is an abstract noun. The word abstract itself means something which we cannot see, alright, and touch. And concrete is something which is a foundation. It's a kind of foundation, something which builds up something. Okay, so concrete is something which can be seen physically, alright. Now, children, I hope you've understood the chapter well. We would be continuing with the next exercises in the next class, because that is something very different and you need to learn that. So we have done something today. We have identified which is a concrete noun and which is an abstract noun. I hope you've understood this, and we will be learning this, or we'll be learning more on this in the next class that we have. We are going to form some abstract nouns with the adjectives given, alright. So I already told you what an adjective is today in the starting. So please follow the videos properly to understand the whole things in a better way. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care. Lots of love.